Alright, so I decided to make some videos a little bit more in depth about how I'd go about building some of these trucks. Currently I'm working on a 5-ton that I turboed. I built the whole manifold setup myself, just adapters for the original manifolds. Made the crossover and everything, mostly because I didn't want to spend the money on buying one from a 300 or 400 Cummins. So I just decided to build it myself. Ultimately, I probably spent more in time than I am going to save, but oh well, that's what spare time is for. Alright, so this is a PT injector. A lot of people have asked me why did I turbo the engine, because it's not going to get any more fuel. Well, the fact of the matter is that it will be getting more fuel because I'm going to change the orifice size in the injectors. Here's one that I've already done. The orifice is underneath of that screen there. I don't know if you can see it very well. Basically, the injector sits inside of the head, and fuel is going through the head, and it goes in through here, around, and back through the other hole, and it goes into this screen, and as it, it goes through and feeds all 6 injectors. So it goes in through this screen, and underneath of there is an orifice, which it fills the metering port on these injectors. So you take this little clip ring off. It's just a ring that causes outward pressure, holds this screen in, keeps the chunks out of it. Because believe it or not, the holes inside of these orifices are very, very small on some of them. However, some of them are larger. If you're going to do this to your engine, I suggest that you get the right ones that are just maybe one size bigger. Because they make some that are very, very big, and that is because some pumps meter fuel with lower pressure, bigger hole. Some of them are higher pressure, smaller hole. The 250 Cummins that they use in military trucks are higher pressure, smaller hole. That's putting it very simply. If you want more in-depth information about PT injectors and things like that, I suggest you find one of the nice little animated videos that they have here. This is not going to go too totally in depth about this. I am just explaining how these little orifices work. Okay, so now if you wanted to change the orifice, all you have to do is you get your right size Allen key. I can't tell you what size that is. It's very, very small. And there's an Allen key fitting right in the top of that orifice. You break it loose, you spin it out, and there you go. Oh, not all the way out yet. There we go. And they have these little bitty rubber washers on there. I realize this is going to be hard to see because it's real small and the light's terrible. They got a little rubber washer on there that goes around it and kind of seals it on that hole so it doesn't have any other leak through. So it has to go through that orifice. You're not going to be able to see the orifice really, I don't think. Actually, you might be able to kind of see through there. It's very, very small. This is one I did yesterday. I've already done all 6 of mine for my truck and replaced all the O-rings. You always want to replace these every time you do this. Anytime you have an injector out, you want to replace it. Yeah, so you're going to pull the old orifice out and set it wherever you want. I suggest you don't throw them away because they come in handy. And then you'll have your new one. You're going to put the new rubber washer on it and everything. You'll stick it in the hole, tighten it down. Make sure you clean the screens before you put it back. If you don't clean the screens, you're kind of defeating the purpose of having the screen because it's not going to filter. Then you put it all back together, you replace your O-rings, and you can stick it back in the head. And it should, in theory, meter more fuel. That is the main difference between, say, a 250 Cummins and a 290 Cummins. It's going to be the orifice size. That allows more fuel in to be metered. It goes into flow dynamics and things like that. I'm not going to go into that here on this video. If you really want to know about that, I can go more in depth and explain that better later. But yeah, I went ahead and did all 6 of these. I take a little rubber glove and I stick them down inside the rubber glove with a little bit of oil on them. And they sit in there real nice, and wrap a little bit of blue tape around there. And that's where they're going to sit for the next 20 minutes until I go out and put them back in the truck. Alright, hope you enjoy it.